You hit record, play it back, and cringe. Do I really sound like that? Yes, and your brain is lying to you about why you hate it. Here's the psychology behind it. If you've ever listened to a recording of yourself and thought, that can't be me, you're experiencing one of the strangest psychological phenomena in human perception. It's not just you being self-conscious, there's actual neuroscience happening here. And understanding why you hate your voice reveals something fascinating about how your brain constructs reality. Let's break down what's really going on. 1. Air conduction and bone conduction. First, the voice you hear in your head isn't real. When you speak, sound travels two ways to your ears. There's air conduction, sound waves traveling through your mouth to your ears, just like everyone else hears you. But there's also bone conduction, vibrations traveling through your skull bones directly to your inner ear. This bone conduction adds lower frequencies, making your voice sound deeper and richer to you. It's like having built-in bass speakers that only you can hear. So the voice in your head is literally a remix that nobody else experiences. When you hear a recording, you're hearing only the air conduction version, the voice everyone else has been hearing all along. Your brain freaks out because it sounds thin, higher-pitched, and unfamiliar. 2. Mere exposure effect. Second, there's something psychologists call the mere exposure effect. Your brain loves familiarity. It makes you feel safe and comfortable. You've heard your internal voice literally every single day of your life since you learned to talk. That's thousands and thousands of repetitions. Your brain has coded that sound as, "this is me." But your recorded voice, that's a stranger. Even though it's objectively you, your brain hasn't had enough exposure to accept it. Studies show that when people hear their recorded voice repeatedly over time, they start to hate it less. It's not that your voice is bad, it's that it's unfamiliar. Your brain is basically saying, I don't know this person and I don't trust them. 3. Cognitive dissonance. The psychological discomfort when reality contradicts your self-image. You have a mental picture of yourself, including how you sound. It's tied to your identity. When you hear your recorded voice and it doesn't match that image, your brain experiences a jarring disconnect. Psychologists call this self-perception discrepancy. It's the same feeling you get when you see yourself in an unexpected mirror or a candid photo from a bad angle. Your brain is forced to reconcile two conflicting pieces of information. This is me versus this doesn't sound like me. That conflict creates discomfort, which your brain interprets as, I hate this. But you don't actually hate your voice. You hate the feeling of your self-image being challenged. 4. Social comparison and self-criticism bias. And this is the brutal one. When you hear your voice, you're not just hearing sound, you're judging it against an impossible standard. You compare yourself to professional voice actors, podcasters, singers, people who've trained for years. Plus, humans have what's called negativity bias in self-evaluation. We're harsher critics of ourselves than we are of others. If you heard a stranger with your exact voice, you probably wouldn't think twice about it. But because it's you, you analyze every flaw, every awkward inflection, every tiny imperfection. You're listening with a microscope while everyone else is listening with normal ears. They don't hear what you hear because they're not carrying your baggage of self-judgment. Here's the wild part. Research shows that other people actually prefer your recorded voice to the voice you hear in your head. In studies where people rate voices, strangers consistently rate your recorded voice as more pleasant than you do. Why? Because to them, it's familiar. It's the version they've always known. Meanwhile, you're grieving the loss of the voice you thought you had. You're not hearing an ugly voice. You're hearing an unfamiliar one. And unfamiliarity feels like ugliness to your pattern-seeking brain. So the next time you cringe at a recording, remember, your brain is designed to hate change, not your actual voice. Everyone else, they think you sound just fine. The problem isn't your voice, it's that your brain prefers the version only you can hear, and that's perfectly normal. Don't forget to like the video so that it can reach others, and also subscribe to the channel for more psychologies that explain the human behavior. Stay tuned, see you in the next video.